Welcome back, guys. So we are about to head out to Bridgeport. Got the sway bar unhooked in the front. Got the new exhaust mod done, so I don't have to worry about banging those tips in the back. Super excited to test it all out, and guess I'll show you guys the results in the footage out there. But got my dad going with me. I haven't really ever mentioned the mods he has done to his Wrangler, but basically it's a 3.5-inch lift. He still has open diffs. He does not have lockers. He's running 35-inch Mickey Thompson all-terrains. Forget which specific tire they are, but they're Mickey Thompson all-terrains. Like I said, they're 35s. He's still running stock, I think 373 gears. It's a standard, so he does not have, I forget what the automatics run, but anyways, pretty sure they're 373s. So hasn't re-geared yet. He's waiting till he can get lockers for it. So 3.5-inch lift, 35s, and then like I said, open diffs. So I'm going to show a little comparison videos. We're going to do the same obstacles. I'll show mine, and then I'll show his. Kind of see the difference of articulation that the Wrangler has versus mine. I should be getting a little bit more, hopefully, with the sway bar disconnected in the front. Hopefully we don't break anything. That would kind of suck to destroy a CV out there and then have to get it towed home, but we'll see what happens. Super excited to test it out, so just stay tuned, guys. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I got more videos coming up lately. Getting back into it, so hit that thumbs up if you like the video, and shoot me any comments if you're curious about something. I'll be happy to answer it. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, get over there. It's Trailtrooper WK2 is the username. I usually stay pretty up to date on there, so all right, stay tuned, guys, and I'll show you what it's gonna how it's gonna do. Welcome back, guys. So we just got done out here at Bridgeport. Basically, super happy with the results of disconnecting that front sway bar. This is the first time I've done it. Was a little worried at first, overstressing those CVs in the front, but we, went ahead and did it. Talked to enough people that I thought, I'm just gonna go ahead and try this. If I trash the CVs, I'll just replace them, whatever. But honestly, had no issues whatsoever out here. A lot less tippy on some obstacles that I normally am like, I don't want to do this, but a lot more flex than it normally has. It's not a Wrangler, but it's got a lot more flex than it did before. So I was able to do some stuff that I normally wouldn't do. So we're gonna get under here, show you what I'm talking about. I had to fully take these things off because there's nowhere to hook them up if you just undo one side. So I'm running those B-Woody sway bar links, so it's a little bit easier than the factory ones. The factory ones, those are a pain to get off. I don't know, stupid design, not having a nut on both sides, but whatever. I had to cut them off when I first did them. So there they are, no sway bar links. And the drive up here wasn't that bad either. I was a little worried, I'm gonna have to really be cautious, but it wasn't that bad. I had a little bit more sway on the highway, but not too bad. So if any of you guys are thinking about doing that, go ahead and do it. So I got some footage for y'all to watch. Basically everything we tested out today. I did a little bit more obstacles than I normally did out here. One specific obstacle I'll show at the end, where I was like, every time I've seen it, I've been like a little hesitant to do it. There's some big boulders in there, and with my ground clearance, even though it's lifted, bigger tires, I still don't have the ground clearance that my dad has. So I was a little bit hesitant going down it, but I had him spot me down and just took my time on some stuff, and picked up a pretty good line. I think we were we were, you know, good to go. It was the whole time I was like, man, I'm about to land this thing down on a boulder and, you know, mess some stuff up under there. But, you know, we were good. My dad did a good job spotting me down. And, you know, it honestly, like I said before, disconnecting those sway bar links in the front really helps. So, you know, just stay tuned, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Glad to be finally getting some more videos up. So, you know, just let me know what you guys think, and here you go. Okay, so this footage is from last time. As you can tell, I'm going down it this time. I wasn't trying to have to grab for traction at any point, so it was more or less just me trying to find a good line going down it and not land on a big rock. All right, you can see once I get about 3/4 of the way up, I stop and I had to get out. Well, I had positioned myself on a rock, and my back tire, I had a rock actually jammed into the side of it. I'm glad I didn't rip a sidewall, but all I had to do was just reposition and I was good to go. So this is one of those instances where a lack of articulation and honestly a locker in the back really handicapped the Grand Cherokee. I probably would have made all the grab traction if I would have had a locker in the back or limited slip, but without articulation or that, it was just I had to reposition and try and be able to grab some ground. So I've done this obstacle before, and last time, you know, I had the sway bar connected, and the entrance to it, when you first come in, is kind of off camber, so you're coming in at an angle and dropping down. Well, there's a rock there, and, you know, when I had the sway bar connected, it just really threw it off. It made you feel really uneasy. But this time, you know, it was a lot less body roll, and I was able to get down it with no issue. Also, you can hear my brakes just squeaking the whole way down. They don't squeak any other time. I think they had just gotten a layer of mud or something on there, and that whole way down, I was basically riding the brake, and they were just squeaking like crazy. This was actually the spot that inspired that exhaust mod that I did, where I can remove the tailpipes and put a turn down and switch it back when I'm done. Basically, when we normally go up this spot, and I've got up on top of those rocks and dropped off and smacked those tips and bent them, and I had to re-bend them back. So with the new exhaust mod, I was able to go through that with no issue, and honestly a few other spots in the park where I didn't have to worry about damaging the tailpipes. Alright, so this was honestly my only fail of the day. Now, I've gone up this exact spot before. Well, I think over time it has rutted out at the very top, and right when you get to it, there's a dip that my passenger side tire drops into, and once that gets teetery, basically, not a lot, but it gets my passenger side tire off level, and then my driver rear tire comes up, I start to lose traction. And this is basically an issue again of a lack of articulation and locker in the back, where this should have been no issue had that ditch basically not been there. But once I got in that, there was no coming out of it. I tried it a few times, but I was not able to get up it. This is some footage from last time. You can see the mud's pretty thick here. Normally the water is up a little bit higher, but I was able to get through with no issue. There is a spot towards the back that you can't see, that you'll see coming up, that my dad had gone down last time, but I didn't, just because the amount of rock and the size of rocks is in it. Well, this time I wanted to try that way, and I was able to actually get through it with him spotting me down. I had to reposition a few times, but overall I think it did pretty good. Okay, now this is the spot I'm talking about, and this is a really good comparison showing how the Wrangler hands it versus how the WK2 handles it. Okay. And you can see, where he has a one-up on me is the articulation and the clearance. You're coming on this mid of didn't really need a locker at this point because we were going downhill. Now, had I been going up, I probably would have had some major issues. But overall, with the spotter, it really wasn't that bad. Driver. Right here. Okay. I don't know. right, yep. Okay, back that way a little bit. Driver's side. Good job. Hey, that was it. I gotta avoid this rock. Am I on it? Am I gonna get on it though? How close? Am I tipping? I think I should go that way. Maybe. I think I should go that way.